Lucky Plucker.
The Lucky Plucker. Outside of, because here's the thing. Look, I'll give you an. If I go bring this to court and be like, Lang Buddha bombed the Lucky Plucker, here's a photo of it. I get a subpoena, whatever, do all kinds of. Hey, we find out he was outside during the bombing. That's not enough. Has he mentioned it to you? Has he told you he's done it? Have you had any direct conversations about it? Anything along those lines?
Like Julian said, we didn't do anything for a week straight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before we did anything, every single one of us in GG attached to any single business related to Cerberus, Roosters6, PDM, all that shit, we were all fired from. So I don't know if that helps you in any case, but we were fired from.
Okay.
We were fired just with no reason given. Every single one of us.
So your place was bombed, and then y'all were just fired around the same
bridges
time.
Immediately following. Yes.
Could you give me the name of at least one of the businesses?
Yeah, Kevin Ram PDM was even called by Leslie Lingberg and told this magical new thing was put in place about a gang policy, and even though there's plenty of gangbangers that has worked there just fine, he was singled out. That's one, for example. People that used to work at Roosters, like Xavier Zinn, he was fired. There's a bunch.
Larry got fired from Roosters.
Yeah. People were also stripped of keys from certain properties. Every bridge you could think of was burnt down without any real context.
And also, I don't know if it helps or not, but at Roosters6, they made some Lucky Plucker meal like days after when we didn't do nothing. And they made some Lucky Plucker meal at the Roosters6 with an ad on Twitter going, saying it's exploding. I can probably find it.
Do you have a photo of it?
If you can find that, you can show it to him.
I
remember seeing it, but I don't think I have a picture, but I remember seeing it.
And they even put a little hint in there, too. Also, Brian, you don't really give a fuck about tweets, do you?
Yeah, I do. Of course.
You do?
Evidence.
Okay, well, right after the fucking thing took place, bombing, Lang himself was just taunting Larry on Twitter about it. Which I can show you, too, if you'd like to see it.
Yeah, if you can send anything that you have our way. Look, obviously, when these things are taken a look into, we do take it seriously. Whether we can actually materialize it in any sort of charges kind of depends on how much evidence we have. Based on what we've got right now, based on what I've heard, we'd be laughed out of court. Now, maybe there's a way you can get some more of this, but I'm just kind of leaving that with you guys, whether it's this incident or future incidents in the future. We can't go off of hunches.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have the picture then.
Yeah, if you can get it to him.
Who can I text? I don't have your number, Brian.
Thing is, Brian, we don't care about them getting charges. We care about us not getting that Rust shit, that Rust Act bullshit over, attacking quote unquote civilian individuals or civilian groups when these people are not civilian individuals or civilian groups. These guys are fucking gangbangers. The shit they cry about.
By the time we stand in here.
So I can tell you right now, I had a hand in getting that act put in place, and I'm not going to be pressing it unless the following conditions are met. If you guys are just in endless shootouts with, I don't know what you want to call it. What do you call them nowadays? The guys that are shooting you. What's the street name?
Lang Gang.
The Roosters6.
Lang Gang. Rooster Gang.
The Roosters6.
Okay. If y'all are just blasting each other, it's whatever, right? We deal with that like we normally would. Where the distinction ends up coming in play is when businesses and civilians start to get into place. And I'll give you an example. Let's say Hydra and y'all end up getting into...
I thought the same thing.
Wait, what happened?
Nothing. Keep going. Sorry.
Let's say Hydra and you guys end up in a war, right? And y'all start going to Ooh Cafe and shooting up the place, like as a means of revenge. In other words, the civilians themselves are being used as a chip in order to sway Hydra to like move in your favor, right? You try to strong arm them by going after their business. That's when it becomes Rust related.
But there's the one thing you forget, like Hydra doesn't go outside try to hunt, and then when they fall down or something happens, they don't go hide behind those civilians because they know that behind those civilians is gonna fuck us over, right?
What I told Crane was that I had a similar problem to this when I got terrorism, right? It was a problem with me and Turk, right? Me and Turk were getting taunted by this guy Christopher Turk. And as soon as we told him we were going to do something about it, he would run to the hospital and clock in immediately after. And so the doctor. He baited us into terrorism. And I told Crane, I'm coming to you, Crane.
Did you get
because
terrorism?
Yeah, we got terrorism for it.
Huh?
7 years.
But yeah, we got 7 years and no pilot license, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Well,
You remember when I dealt with y'all with a similar incident with the two dumbasses? What were their names? The two doctors? The whole incident at Legion Square. You're playing like death rolls, and then the doctors started talking shit and then drove right to the hospital.
Well, let's just say hypothetically, I was chasing somebody and I was shooting at them, and they happened to go back to Roosters Rest, and I got shot up by a whole rooftop of security. And this happened a few days ago, So this has been happening,
So you're saying shootouts are happening outside of Roosters, and then you guys are...
Yes.
all the time.
Yeah, all the time. It
Every
happened
single
like
time.
That's how they do.
They
So
pull
here's
up on
where the
somebody
When-
and
gets
say,
muddy.
Hey, yo, who's this? They run back to Roosters and they start popping shots at you.
So here's where things get muddy, right? Let's say this happened 2 days ago. I don't know. I haven't had the time to go through reports. It's like I've been gone for 2 weeks. But let's say y'all are getting into shootouts, and then that shootout is they're like motherfuckers are running into Roosters and hiding inside. If we know this is happening, and there's a difference between y'all seeing it happen and us being able to prove it happens. If we have evidence that suggests that, well, then they get fucked too because they're letting civilians get hurt.
How the fuck
You get
are
what
we
I'm
gonna
saying?
do that?
But it also sits on the principle that those victims need to say they were victims at the hands of Roosters.
Well-
you understand that catch-22? Now,
If,
where also things get a little muddied here
Mhm.
is, let's say that for an entire week they are shooting you guys up and then driving over to Roosters, and Rooster security is getting involved. But now all of a sudden you guys are hunting on the block. That also muddies the water. So if what you're saying is true, you need to do whatever you can to make sure that we can prove that is occurring. Otherwise,
Maybe
it doesn't
help you?
the case.
Maybe some of the scenes that have been documented by PD might have a bit of this showing, where a shootout would occur, for example, like near the graveyard near the campus, or maybe in the south side somewhere, and then the shootout gets drug all the way through the city back to over here. That's a clear trail of evidence, and maybe some cop, caught that and
You're giving us
documented.
way
I don't
too much
know.
credit.
Yeah, well, here I am assuming, but I also think if Juno was honest with you, she'd be able to tell you, because there's been several occasions where she was witness to this happening. She'd be standing at the Roosters alongside the people shooting at us, both off duty and on duty.
Yeah. Okay, I understand. Look, all these things, and this is why these conversations happen, right? Unless right now I'm actually considering a different take on things. Obviously, look, I'm not stupid. You guys are out here. You're probably waiting for some dudes to pop up. You're gonna blast them, whatever. What is there a reason why you can't just shoot them up like 2 streets away?
Because they run home.
And
Just
just run back.
yesterday, Lang Buddha had a bench trial, and I was there just watching, and 3 of them jumped me after it was over,
Look, they're
and then
passing
they all started screaming, "Run to the car! Go back to Roosters! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Get in the trunk!" And it was 6 of them, and they all scurried back to Roosters Rest. So yeah, that's how we end up here.
And and you might say, well, why don't you just stick to the south side, do your own thing, continue living life like you normally would? Well, if you do that, then we're the ones getting shut up and ambushed and run up on, so it's come to a point where we have to do something, Also, I can drop you this thing if you'd like. I could make it so you have access to it via your state ID, or I can just airdrop it to you.
Yeah, go ahead and airdrop, or send me a link or something.
Yeah, you'll see. You can just grab all the links. Those are a couple of photos that are just daunting for you.
Are these dated at all?
No, but they're kind of in order. So the first one you already have. The second one is a Twitter post. This happened like right after the bombing off. And then it's also a picture of them actually meeting with another fucking faction when they have RPGs and shotguns in hand. And I don't know what it's all about, but we caught them having meetings. And I think Luca knows about this as well.
What?
And then the other ones are just...
fuck?
Yeah.
You have dates? Could you send
I
me
could try my
something with
best,
dates
yes.
and all kinds of stuff like that? All right.
Yeah, what's your state ID? I'll add you to this, and I'll update the dates whenever I find them in a moment.
1, 2, 3, 3. Look,
Bro, that BBMC picture is crazy.
Yeah, they have RPG shotguns on back, and they're all. It's like they're preparing for like the apocalypse, and this is all during the. By the way, all this stuff is during the first week when we didn't do a fucking
what
thing.
is this BBC thing? I'm very confused.
So they met. So
Someone wiped
so,
it.
yes, I was
What
filming.
was his name?
He said what?
Yeah. So what happened was we caught them with BBMC having a meeting. It was Harry Brown, Luciano, the Tenzo, and I think a couple other people. And they all had shotguns on back and guns drawn and guards on the rooftops and trying to guard over it. And the action shots from the shootouts was just us with a camera on the side of the road at Richmond Hotel, just watching it all unfold.
Okay. Yeah, try to get me timestamps for these things.
Yeah, I
so
will.
I can tie back to some incident reports.
Yeah, you have to document
I'm
now, so whenever you check, it should be updated as you go.
Now, like I said, I'm not going to stand here and give you guys like false promises, like as if like Lang, for example, is going to prison for bombing the. I just don't know. I don't know if there's enough evidence, even given this. There's a saying where, you know, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know Forehead sells explosives. I can't prove it though.
What the fuck?
You tweet about it every day.
Yeah, I mean, come on for it.
Yeah, even I knew that, and I'm not privy to much.
But strategically, what you're all doing, continue doing that. And when you know some shit's going down, fucking give me a ring, and we'll see what we can do.
I mean,
You
I don't know.
know, and it
I
might
called
mean
him
I
in
pop up
yesterday, but I
somewhere.
got shot at. And nobody
What's that?
fucking came. I called in that I got shot at from the rooftop yesterday, and nobody gave a fuck.
You know, I'll be honest with you guys. It's basically just been me responding to these calls, and I have to drag people in with my panic button. Most
Yeah.
people just don't care anymore. So,
Thank you for that, though. Honestly, because you don't want us to
Yeah.
give a fuck.
well, you're welcome. I just don't want gang shootouts happening in the middle of the fucking city.
It's like the PD believes the we are innocent. They're attacking us story so bad that they're getting escorted. Their whole restaurant's getting, you know,
As you can see right here,
covered by like, you know, the cops,
Tyreek,
everything.
relax,
It's
Tyreek.
like,
I'm just gonna
if
tell you
something-
right
Yo,
now.
Raniel,
that's
thank you so
not
much
true.
for the
I'm
5
literally
months.
editing a report right
Thank
now
you so
that I
much for the
didn't
5
finish
months.
that I
Thank you.
literally charged people from Roosters for.
And
so I'd let you
Sora
know that
Bros
that's
as well.
not
Thank you for
true.
the 4 months.
Yeah,
No,
some,
no, I know, I
some,
know.
some
I
people
know.
don't think that, you know, when I shot you guys down after you RPG'd them, I went up to them and told them that if I find any of them using illegal guns or anything, I'm fucking them just as hard as I'm fucking you. So they're aware, you know, like, but I'm gonna be honest
Thank you
with
so
you,
much.
they're just really good at hiding their shit. When you guys RPG'd them, a bunch of them had illegal weapons out. I saw them. It was just me, and I couldn't do anything about it. I go back, and they're all just missing mysteriously. So, you know, it's just nothing we can really do when we're understaffed.
Okay, the Sakita action shots are on the 26th as a report because there are a lot of cops went down. They nearly got wiped.
Yeah, I said 5
Find
gifted,
that
no?
timestamp quite easily.
Did I say 5
then-
gifted?
Hold on.
Raniel, again, thank you for the 5 gifted, bro. Thank you so much.
Fucking Dean.
Thank you so much,
yeah.
bro.
BBMC one.
You said 5
that's,
months?
The
Oh.
27th is
I'm
the
cooked,
day
I'm
after the
cooked.
shootout took place.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, keep on. Obviously, you're not always gonna.
Thank you for the 5
every
gifted,
gang-
Raniel.
I
Thank you
can
so
promise
much.
you this: every gang thinks that they're the focus of the PD's attention. Sometimes it's true. Obviously, everyone's got their personal biases, right? I don't think y'all have y'all. The pressure is gonna it always rotates around. That's just the reality of things. And sometimes we end up with more evidence against one crew than another. But if you continue down this path, I think something can be done. As for the rust fear, look, the best I can say is try not to do your best to try to stay away from the business. Like I said, it muddies the water. And I'll give you an example, right? Let's say we go and prove that actually it's Rooster Gang that we need to apply rust for. And then they just cite incidents, even if it's just one or two, where y'all have had attacks.
We're right now in a meeting with the
It kind of is counter to our ability to do our work. Does that make sense?
I'll catch you up later, like soon. We're close to Rooster6, but we'll see you in a bit.
Eric was talking already.
Okay.
I couldn't hear you.
Well, is there anything else?
Not from my end.
I think that's it.
Yeah, let me share this ad with you in a sec. Here you go.
What is this?
That's a Lucky Plucker
It's the
got bombed.
advertisement they made to taunt
Lucky
Larry
Rooster
further.
bucket exploding with flavor.
They put
You
that
can
ad
see
out on
the hint
Twitter
in there.
to taunt Larry.
Do you have a photo of the tweet and who sent it?
But you guys seen this shit? You guys
All
seen
those
this,
little
no?
things add up, believe it or not.
You guys seen that shit, no?
A lot of people seem to think that circumstantial evidence is meaningless, which it's completely not the case. Enough circumstantial evidence forces the hand of the defendants to have a affirmative defense. So,
Bro, I don't missed it, bro. I don't. No, I didn't.
Okay, one more thing.
Alright, no,
I'm
you-
really curious about this Rust Act bullshit.
Alright,
right?
bro. If you
The
want to see it,
tax
if you want to see it,
So
the
if
link is
people are like, quote, unquote, the
HTTPS.
security,
I
which are
just-
more like fucking
Stop here, bro.
mercenaries because they're fucking illegal guns on them instead of fucking, you know, legal guns. If they don't post it on roofs and everywhere, you know, around the rooster, next to
You guys
the
wanna
rooster,
see it, bro? Fucking
if we
copy
have
the
a
link.
gunfight with them, like, does this apply the same shit or what?
not exactly. So, it doesn't matter if you're a fucking security company. If they're out there hunting you, if
Okay,
there's been
fine,
documented
I'll
evidence
show it.
of
Fine, I'll
they would
show it.
not be the individuals of concern. You know, hey, they came here and did this. It just doesn't work. that
New
way.
item, lucky rooster bucket,
Each
exploding
case,
with flavor.
it
There you
goes
go.
Beyond just who
Very good.
do your best to not bring the shootouts there. Obviously, if the shootouts get brought to Roosters, like, we'll do the best we can to try to decipher the difference.
I hope.
All right, Brian,
Okay.
I got one more thing for you.
Yeah.
It's not a twat, but I'm gonna send you a picture in a moment here when I receive it of Lang sending that ad to Larry directly via text, and I'm sure you can find out what other other things that were said through subpoenas or whatever the fuck you guys do, but that's at least a little bit of proof that it was coming.
What's
from
going on
them
with
and
Boris?
the bear?
Boris, your ex-warehouse guy.
Boris the bear? Yeah, what happened to Boris the Russian bear? I missed it.
Swear.
He fucking died. Should've-
Fuck is
Boris is dead?
I don't
That's
know.
fucked up. Yeah, the bear, no? Is the bear dead?
I haven't seen him.
All right.
Who? Wait, who's Boris?
I don't know, bro. Bro's suddenly talking about a fucking goddamn bear. I don't know.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, go to the doc real quick. The RR files I gave you access to. It's updated now. It's below the Lang taunts Larry after the bomb. You see that long link, the text taunt?
Okay.